All right, good evening and welcome to today's class. I hope you are all doing fine today. Let's attend to the previous exercise given to us. I believe some of us must have attempted the exercises and probably are still confused at some point, and probably the answer you give are still not clear to you. Now let's attend to them one after another. I have to solve because if I should be solving and I sometimes recording, I might end up having a very large file. So to actually make sure I don't have that large file, I have to solve then explain step by step the way the solution was done. Okay, here it says in a triangle ABC, angle C is 38 degrees, angle A is 55 degrees. Then what will angle B give us? Now in this case, the first to do is just to draw your diagram. Have your diagram drawn first of all. Then you'll now be able to identify which is A, B, C, then D. Okay, this diagram, this A, B, C, angle A, angle B, the angle C. Angle A is 55 degrees, angle C is 38 degrees. All right. Now to solve this kind of problem, we're going to actually employ a particular theorem. We say that the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That means sum of all the angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That means if you sum what is here, here, and here together, you're going to have 180 degrees. All right. So this is angle A, B, C is equal to 180 degrees. This is based on this theorem here. So substitute each of those angles. Angle A is this, B is unknown, this is angle C. So when you add this and this, you have 93. All right. So angle B is going to be angle B is going to be 180 minus 93 degrees. Because when you add this, you're going to have 93. So when this 93 goes to this part of this equality sign, it becomes minus sign. Okay. So at this point, when you subtract this from 180, angle B is going to be 87 degrees. The next one says triangle KMN has the following angles. That the angles, this, and this. Now find the values of K, M, and N. Triangle KMN has these angles here. So what angle exactly does K, M, and N represent? Okay, now let's go. We also draw the diagram. First of all, draw the diagram. Now, triangle KMN. Angle K is this, angle M is this, the angle N is this. Okay, now the same theorem is going to happen in this place. The same theorem used above in number 1 will still happen here, which is the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. I mean, the sum of all these things. This is angle at K, angle at M, then angle at N. Is that okay? So once I sum all these things based on the theorem, they're equal to 180 degrees. So from there, I'm going to get the value of my X. From X, I get the value of K, M, and N. Now in this place, once I clear all the brackets, I'm going to have it this way, right? Nothing changed, only bracket was removed. Is that okay? Now, let's go. At this point, we collect like terms. How do we mean by like terms? Those things which are like are going to come together. These are x terms. These are constants. Then equal to 180 is still where it is. Okay, so x plus 2x is 4x. Now 20 minus 30 is okay. Let me just go straight forward. Minus 30 plus 30 is 0. It goes away. So I'm left with 20 in this side. That means on this left hand side, I'm left with 4x plus 20 is equal to 180 degrees. So on this side, I'm going to have 4x. this 20 comes to meet 180 becomes minus 20. So 4x is equal to 180 minus 20, which is a 160. So 4x is equal to 160. Now to get my x, I'll divide both sides by 4, which is this 4 here now. Okay, and once I do, I'm going to have 4x over 4 equal to 160 over 4. Then 4 cancel 4, I'm left with x is equal to 4 divide 160, I'm going to have 40. All right, now recall from the beginning, angle K is x plus 20. If we put 40 for x, because x is 40, I'm going to have 40 plus 20, which is 60. All right, for angle M, if I put x for 40, I'm going to have 40 minus 30, which is 10. Likewise, N, if I put x for 40, I'm going to have 2 times 40 is 80. 80 plus 30 is 110. That is that on this particular number 2. All right, now let's take the third one. It says a rectangle has the following angles: angle 1, 2, 3, and 4. Find the values of x. All right, fast forward, we draw the diagram. All right, this is a rectangle. Okay, I chose to label it ABDC. ABDC. Okay, so that's just that. So the theorem says that the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees, and a square is an example of a quadrilateral. Is that okay? So now these are the angles found in it: this, 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 and this. Okay, now their sum is equal to 360 degrees. Now next here is to clear the brackets. We clear the brackets in this place. When we do, we're going to have things like this. Then after this, we collect like terms. These are x terms, then the constants on their own. So the x terms are 5. 1x plus s is 2x. 2s plus 2x is 4x plus x 5x. When I add this, this, and this, I'm going to have 80 is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, 5x now becomes 360 minus, this one comes to this side, it becomes minus 80. Okay, so 360 minus 80 is 280. So I'm left with 5x equal to 280. Now to get my x, I divide both sides by 5. Okay, now this is that here. So when I divide this with 5, we're going to have 56 degrees. Sorry, 56, don't mind please, 56. So the value of x here is 56. Okay, now the next one here is a parallelogram. A parallelogram of ABCD has angle A and C to be opposite angles. Now if angle A is equal to x plus 100, find the value of C and D. Okay, now the next also is to draw the diagram. Draw the diagram. Okay, after the diagram, then watch what I just put down here. I said since angle A is opposite to angle C, A is opposite to angle C, right? Then A is adjacent to B. That means A is adjacent to this B. But adjacent angle, their sum is equal to 180 degrees. Now since A is adjacent to B, that means their sum is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now I said A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. Now since my A is x plus B, sorry, s plus 100, then plus B follows equal to 180 degrees. Now I want to get the value of B now. Okay, So angle B becomes 180 minus the whole thing here. Angle B is equal to 180 minus what is here. All right, so I'm going to have angle B is equal to 180 minus 100 minus x. So if I say 180 minus 100, I'm going to have 80, then minus x follows. So the value of angle B is 80 degrees minus x. Okay, now B and D are opposite angles. B and D are opposite angles and they are equal. For this reason, if B is equal to 80 minus x, that means D is also 80 minus x. Likewise, C is equal to x plus 100, since A and C are opposite angles and they are equal. That's that for the what's it called, the fourth one. Now the fifth one says a kite labeled PQRS has P to be 95 degrees, Q 60 degrees, and R to be 110. Find the value of X. Then I give the drawing. This is a drawing. This one represents what is being written up here. Okay, now this is a kite. Now a kite is also a quadrilateral. For this reason, the sum of all the angles in a kite is equal to 360 degrees. So at this point, I'll simply add all the angles and sum them to 360 degrees. So P is 95, Q is 60, R is 110, X is unknown. So once I sum all these things here, I'll get 260, then plus S equal to 360 degrees. Now to get my X, this one goes over to this side. I'm going to have X is equal to 360 minus 260, and that gives me 100. Therefore, my S is equal to 100 degrees. So that is that for that. Kindly go through and enjoy your day. Bye for now.